The knock on my front door came just as a thunderstorm rolled across the quiet neighborhood outside Columbus, Ohio. I wasn't expecting anyone. My divorce had taught me that silence could become a strange kind of companion, and after 2 years of living alone, I had grown used to it. But when I opened the door, everything I thought I had buried came rushing back. Standing on my porch with a small black suitcase, trembling hands, and exhausted eyes was my ex-wife's best friend, Rebecca. She looked at me for several long seconds before whispering the words that would change both of our lives forever. "Can I stay here for one night?" At that moment, I had no idea that saying yes would uncover a promise made years earlier, a hidden act of kindness, and a truth that would finally heal wounds I never believed could close. Before we continue, if you believe in kindness, hope, forgiveness, compassion, and second chances, please take a moment to like this video, leave a thoughtful comment, share it with someone who needs encouragement today, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue bringing heartfelt stories that remind us there is still goodness in this world. My name is Nathan, and for a long time I believed my life had already reached its happiest chapter before it quietly fell apart. My marriage to Sarah had ended without screaming matches or dramatic betrayals. We had simply become strangers carrying the weight of different dreams. When the papers were signed, we promised to move forward peacefully, and we did. I changed jobs, bought a small house on the edge of town, and spent my evenings restoring old furniture in the garage. It was peaceful, but it was also lonely in ways I rarely admitted. Rebecca had always been part of Sarah's circle of friends. She was thoughtful, generous, and always seemed more interested in helping others than talking about herself. After the divorce, I assumed I would never see her again. That made the sight of her standing on my porch all the more surprising. She wasn't dressed for comfort or travel. She looked like someone carrying the weight of an entire year on her shoulders. I invited her inside without asking questions. She thanked me with tired eyes and quietly placed her suitcase beside the couch. As I prepared a warm meal, I noticed she barely touched her food. The silence between us wasn't awkward. It felt like two people trying to understand why fate had suddenly crossed their paths again. Late that evening, after the rain had faded into a gentle drizzle, Rebecca finally explained why she had come. Her father, Michael, had become seriously ill months earlier. She had left her apartment in another state to care for him full-time. Medical bills had drained every dollar she had saved, and after he peacefully passed away, she discovered the home had to be sold to settle debts. She wasn't asking for money. She simply needed one safe place to spend the night before starting over somewhere new. As she spoke, I remembered something my own father used to say. Real character isn't measured by what we give when life is easy. It's measured by what we offer when someone has nothing left to give us in return. I told Rebecca she could stay as long as she needed until she found her footing again. The following weeks slowly changed the atmosphere inside my quiet house. Rebecca found temporary work at a nearby community library while searching for something permanent. She helped organize my cluttered garage, planted flowers that brightened the front yard, and somehow filled every room with warmth without ever trying to replace what had been lost. She respected my space, and I respected hers. We became friends in the simplest, most genuine way. Then one afternoon everything changed. While cleaning out an old cabinet, Rebecca found a sealed envelope with my name, written in familiar handwriting. It had been tucked behind a loose drawer and somehow escaped my attention for years. The handwriting belonged to Sarah. The letter had been written shortly before our divorce, but never mailed. In it, Sarah confessed something I never knew. During one of the hardest financial seasons of our marriage, when I believed I had managed everything alone, Rebecca had secretly paid several overdue utility bills through Sarah because she didn't want me to lose hope or my dignity. She never wanted credit. Sarah wrote that Rebecca believed kindness only mattered when no one was watching. I sat there, unable to speak. For years I had carried quiet resentment toward everyone connected to my past, never realizing one of them had been protecting my future without expecting thanks. When I showed Rebecca the letter, tears filled her eyes. She admitted she had completely forgotten about it. To her, helping someone in need had never been extraordinary. It was simply what her faith taught her to do. That moment changed something inside me. I realized healing doesn't always arrive through grand miracles. Sometimes it walks quietly back into your life, carrying a worn suitcase and asking for nothing more than one safe night. Months passed, and Rebecca accepted a full-time position at the library. I continued restoring furniture, but now we also volunteered together every Saturday at a neighborhood food pantry. We never tried to erase the past. Instead, we allowed it to become the foundation for something stronger, built on honesty, gratitude, and compassion. Our friendship slowly grew into a relationship rooted not in loneliness, but in mutual respect and shared purpose. Even Sarah, now happily settled in another state, sent us a heartfelt letter, wishing us peace and happiness. There were no hard feelings anymore, only gratitude for the unexpected paths life sometimes creates. Before this story comes to an end, we'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and tell us about a moment when someone's unexpected kindness changed your life forever. Your story might become the encouragement another viewer needs today. As I locked my front door one peaceful evening, I looked across the porch where Rebecca had first stood with nothing but a suitcase and fading hope. I smiled because I finally understood that some of life's greatest blessings don't arrive wrapped as opportunities. They arrive disguised as interruptions. The simple decision to open one door had opened an entirely new future, proving that compassion given without hesitation can transform two broken lives into one beautiful beginning. If this story touched your heart, inspired you, or reminded you that hope can appear when we least expect it, please support the channel by liking this video, sharing it with your family and friends, subscribing for more heartfelt stories, and letting us know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for believing that even the smallest act of kindness can change a life forever.